Alright, I know what y'all thinking. Is this a review of an anime? The answer is no. That's later on. But there's something I need to get off my chest. Something I need to, understand where I'm coming from. But let me just tell you this. It's been going on for 2 weeks now, and I gotta talk about it. It's about Ash. Ash Ketchum. You know, for 22 years, we've been with this guy. For 22 years, accomplishing so much in his career. In 1997, when Pokemon came out, we saw this. We saw Ash, and we knew from the get-go that there's gonna be a lot of great things, great accomplishments for his 22-year lifespan. And people are saying, is Ash still 10? Well, no, he's still 11. Well, he's 11 now because he traveled for a year. Sources say he traveled for a year from the Kanto region all the way to the Black and White series. That was a 1-year travel. But aside from that, we've been on the road with Ash for 22 years. From 1997 up to now. From the highs to the lows. From his best moments to his worst moments. To his happy moments to the sad moments. And not only that, we've seen Ash caught some great Pokemon throughout his entire career. Not only that, he got a shiny Pokemon, which is a shiny Noctowl. He had caught some Pokemon along the way, and there were some Pokemons I wanted him to evolve. Like Squirtle. There were times in Pokemon that we saw Ash release some good Pokemon for godforsaken reason. Why? For example, releasing Pidgeot. I'm like, why? Releasing Charizard. What? Releasing Greninja. Wow, this guy's stupid. And not only that, it's just every Pokemon he's gotten, he has grown to bond with them. Like Bayleaf, Totodile, Quilava, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charizard, Pidgeot, Famfi, Domfan for God's sake, Livani, the list goes. He got a whole 30 horde. He has a horde full of Tauros, about 30 of them. He has a lot. He got a Muck for God's sake. And he got a Muck, a Pikachu that doesn't even evolve at all. It's already strong as it is. Defeated like 3 different Raichus in every series. He got... The list goes on and on about every Pokemon he has. And some of them don't even want to evolve because they show dominance. What I like about Ash is his never giving up method. Like Naruto. Naruto's my religion. When Naruto came out, Naruto himself said he wants to become Hokage, and that he wanted to feel respected. And then and compare this to Pokemon, it's like you never give up. You never give up your dreams. You're gonna be the winner of the league. You know what I mean? Like accomplishing your goals, your dreams, until a point where you want to win it all. Now, here's something to get off my chest about this part. Ash winning the Aloha League. Ash won the Aloha League. Of all the leagues, he won this one? Let's look at his resume. In the Kanto region, he was top 16 because of the stupidity of him throwing out a Charizard. For godforsaken reason, I don't know why would you pull out a Charizard. One of your laziest Pokemon that doesn't even want to fight. You're just sitting down here just like don't give a shit. And then, the Johto. You made it to the top 8. Congrats on that. In the Hoenn, you made it to the top 8. And then you got into the Sinnoh, you made it to top 4. But out of those leagues, you fought Harrison. You beat your rival Gary. You fought Harrison. And looking at that match between Blaziken and Charizard, that was like first versus third gen. Who is the better gen? And looking at those two fire starter Pokemons going at it in their final evolution, that was badass. And then you continue on, and you just lost to Tobias, who had that legendary Pokemon on his team, which was stupid at all because he won. I'm like, that is not fair for him to win. He could have won that Sinnoh League. After defeating Paul, he should have won that game. But due to the legendary Pokemon that he had, like Darkrai and Latios, he just won that. Black and White, I didn't really care. He made it to the top 8, so that's okay. And then he made it to the Kalos region. He was runner-up with his Mega Greninja. And then I'm like, okay, Greninja should have won. But due to the development they wanted, due to the development they wanted, he's on the top. I mean, he's second place. But then you get to that league where I don't feel that's important, the Aloha League, and he won. I mean, look at the side missions he has done that won. He won the Frontier Brain. He won the Orange League trophy. I mean, those are the biggest accomplishments ever. But is winning the Aloha League that important? Was the 22 years that we waited for Ash really that important for him to win? And I'll be honest, the answer is no. The answer is no. I'm sorry. The answer is no. I hate to be that type of person who's been a fan of Pokemon and seeing how this freaking stupidness came to play. I'm like, why? Here's one. I said Ash since 1997 up to now. That's 22 years into this. Tell me why it took 22 years for Ash to win a first title, while One Piece that I grew up with, still to this day, 20 plus years, and Luffy is not king of the pirates. Are you freaking kidding me? While took him 22 years, took Ash 22 years to get a freaking title. And is winning the Aloha League that important to me? Like I said, the answer is no, because yes, it was a big accomplishment, but was that really the biggest accomplishment out of Ash in his entire career? That's like, ask yourself this: is Ash winning the Aloha League top 5 or top 10? Me personally, it's like 6 or 7, because I can think of others out there. I can think of others that are more suitable than him winning the Aloha League. For example, beating Gary, that was number 1. To me, beating Gary was one of those rivals that started out like with Pokemon. These two, Ash and Gary, they've been butting heads for a long time. I mean, they had that flashback when they got the fishing rod and got a Pokeball and they ripped up and they got half of the Pokeball. And that's like a sign of rivalries. Once they connect, they're rivals to the core. And still, Ash and Gary's rival is still one of the top 10 greatest rivals in anime. Up there with Goku and Vegeta, Asta and Yuno, Deku and Bakugo, Naruto and Sasuke, those, Natsu and Grey, those rivalries. I get that. That Ash and Gary's match was the highlight. Another thing that's better than the Aloha League was him facing Harrison. I mean, like I said, the match between Harrison and Ash shows dominance when it comes who's the best fire starter, Blaziken or Charizard. It's like looking at a real life Pokemon battle. You're sitting down, you're watching Harrison, Blaziken, and Ash's Charizard, and you ask yourself who is the better gen. And it wasn't just the best fire starter. It was like we're looking at first gen, old gen versus new gen at that time. So first gen versus third gen, because remember, the first gen is Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. The second gen was Totodile, Chikorita, Cyndaquil. And you go into the third region, which is Trico, Mudkip, and Torchic. And you're looking at the first gen versus the third gen. That was the fight. And back to what I was saying with Ash and Gary, he fought with the water. I mean, Gary used Blastoise. Ash used Charizard. And that tells you something right there. That battle not only shows the rivalry that these two had, but it was showing, like, it doesn't matter if two elements, it doesn't matter what weakness it is, because Pokemon is known for weaknesses, like fire beats water type. I'm reversing, I'm sorry. Water beats fire type. Fire beats grass. Grass beat ground type, those kind of elements. But it's basically showing you, like, okay, it doesn't matter the disadvantage you have, but it's about how well you train your Pokemon. Okay, what else is better than him winning the Aloha League? Oh, I know, the Orange League. After his loss against Richie, and Richie's still one of the best trainers ever, you get the idea, one of the good trainers out there, he went to the Orange League with Misty and Tracy, and he took down the Orange League champion, and the guy had a Dragon Knight that everybody wanted, including myself. He beat Dragonite with his Pikachu, his best friend ever for 22 years, his best friend Pikachu, and won the Orange League. That is something. What else is better than him winning the Aloha League? Oh, I know. defeating Paul. Now, we all know Paul's that arrogant son of a bitch who's obsessed with power. And he just didn't even care about Chimchar's health. He just wanted Chimchar to be powerful, all that stuff. Just because he got to defeat Brandon, the frontier brain, like that. And I'm like, someone got to take this guy down with his arrogance, like freaking Bakugo from Kachan. Which, by the way, I can't stand Kachan because he's a freaking bully, doesn't care about other heroes' safety. But when you look at Paul's the same thing. Paul don't even care about their Pokemon safety. He just wanted to get power, abusing them for his own selfish desire. But However, once he released Chimchar, he started to get Magmar, and then Magmortar. And then when Ash told Chimchar to come with us, he trained Chimchar so much that not only it evolved to Infernape, but also took down Paul. And that right there shows why he's a better trainer than Paul. What else is better than that? Oh, here's one. When he defeated the guy from Black and White, which, honestly, Trip, I don't care, Trip, whatever. To be honest, I didn't really care for that battle because it wasn't that important. But at least he beat his rivals. That's the only good thing that's better than the Aloha League. He's beating his rivals at that time slot. Okay. Let's see. What else is better than better than winning the Aloha League champion? Defeating Guzma. That's good. Team Skull. I mean, he beat the leader of Team Skull, which was that great. And what else? What else is better than that? Oh, with Misty back in Sun and Moon, I mean, like, when he Mega Gyarados, and that was one of the battles as well. That was great. But like I said, Ash winning the Aloha League, I'm not even that, like, I wasn't like, he did it for 22 years, I'm so excited. I wasn't. Because like I said, it wasn't that important. I mean, again, don't get me wrong, he won the Aloha League, but was that really the best thing ever that he ever won after 22 years? I'm sorry. The answer is no. Like I said before, there are other accomplishments he had that he done, but those things I said were better than this. So don't get me wrong, he won his first league, but there are other leagues he could have won. Kalos was one of them. He could have won the Kanto region if it wasn't for that bitch-ass Charizard. He would have won the Sinnoh League if it wasn't for that Tobias using legendary Pokemon. Those are the three things I could have said that he could have won. But no. And then when Sword and Shield comes out, Ash ain't coming back. But there's still questions to be answered. Is he going to be with a Poke Girl of his own? Me, personally, it's going to be Misty, and it's Poke shipping for life. The hell with the other shippers out there. The hell with the other shippers. Like, there's still 22 years, and we still don't know who Ash is going to be with. And I hope he better be with Misty. Because, like I said, Poke shipping. Ash and Misty for the win. The hell with Ash Serena. The hell with Ash and May. The hell with Ash and Dawn. The hell with Ash and Iris. Don't give a fuck. It's all about Ash and Misty. And I tell you one thing, they better make it right for them. So, I feel better already. So like I said, the Aloha League, 22 years in the making, Ash won the Aloha League. Finally, he won the league. But like I said, it was important for all of us. Some of you say yes, some of you said no. But like I said, it makes me want it makes you wonder, like, want to go back into watching Pokemon? Or do you guys want to, like, just sit down and think about the 22 years you've been with this guy and just remember just all the good times we have and the bad times? Truth be told, we had some good ride. So that's it. Now, I don't know what the future holds for Pokemon or for Ash, but they better keep it going. We don't know if Ash is going to coma. We don't know if he's going to be with a girl in his dreams. But let's see how this works out. So, congrats on Ash winning the Aloha League. Congrats on him winning the first league in 22 years. And let's see what the future holds for Pokemon.